Alright, so now I'm waiting for my video to export so that I can upload it to YouTube. I'm gonna go check the mail real quick, and then I'm gonna make some lunch and make my dinner tonight for work. There's no mail, which kind of stinks because I love when I get mail so that I can mail it to my friends and we can pen pal back and forth to each other. And I packed my lunch. And basically, I think what I'm going to try and do today is try and edit as many videos as I can. I do have a apartment tour that I have to edit and upload. I have just my daily vlogs. I have a housing inspection that I have to finish speaking for and then edit and upload. I got a lot to do, but I don't go to work till 3:30, so I have to leave at 2:30. It's 12:13 right now. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how much time has gone by. Alright, so sorry for the short video. I have to go into work today at 3:30. It's 3 o'clock now. I'm leaving in 15 minutes. I posted on my Dinsta, my Disney Instagram, to ask me questions because I wanted to do a little video about the DCP and your questions for it. I'll probably post that on my regular Insta too, just on the story, and be like, hey, ask me questions about Disney, about me, about my DCP, and I'll answer them. So I'm hoping to get questions so that I can answer them tonight and make this video a little bit more entertaining, more longer, because I really want it to be in the car and be like conversations about the DCP in the car. Here, okay, so the first question is actually from my mom, and she said, what is your favorite ride? And you know what, I think my favorite ride changes sometimes. Right now it's still Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. I love those two rides, but then again, like, I have different favorite rides in every park. So that'd probably be for Studios. For Animal Kingdom, it's Dinosaur and Everest. For Magic Kingdom, Splash is becoming my favorite ride. And then for Epcot, I haven't gone on Frozen yet, so I don't know. I really like I like Living with the Land. I think it's really cool to see what they grow. So my next question's from Alexandra, and she said, how does the PhotoPass work? While during the DCP, do you still have to pay? So how it works for me is you can apply it to your Magic Band, and it'll have the watermark on it. My friends are so gracious and kind that they have annual passes, and if you get the gold annual pass, they automatically get pictures included. And so I've linked up with some of my friends, and that's how I get some of the PhotoPass pictures without the watermark on it. Or if you want to, you could always like team up with a group of people and all chip in for the memory maker as well. I thought about that, but then I was like, well, you know what, if I have some really, really nice friends who are willing to send me the pictures, then that's good too. So thank you so much, Abby. Thank you, Natalie. Love you, girls. So my next question is from Peyton, and thank you so much for your question. She's saying, how do you deal with the long work hours and the lack of sleep? Well, for me, my hours aren't extremely long. I think the longest kind of thing of hours I'll get is an 8-hour shift, yet some people do get overtime, which is like 10 hours, anything like that. So I'm definitely sleep deprived. I know I'm sleep deprived, but I think my mindset in the DCP is so focused on going to work, having fun, creating memories, where I kind of just am like, you know what, I'm tired, but I also want to go to the parks and create these memories. And so like, I will take a rest day here and there, but for the most part, I try to get my experience in. And you know what, if you are exhausted and you are sleep deprived, you know, do take a day off or two to really replenish your strength so that you can continue during your DCP and you can have a great, memorable time. So my next question is also from Peyton. She says, how do you deal with like lack of motivation or having motivation and exhaustion during the program? I think for me, my motivation is creating these magical memories for guests and getting to experience the parks for like 4 months and creating memories for myself, because I don't think that unless you work for Disney again in the future, you're never gonna have free admission to the parks. So I think that's what makes it all worth it. And like also especially like going to Magic Kingdom, that's my favorite thing to do. And like if I stay and I watch Happily Ever After, I cry every single time, and I'm like, wow, this is so worth it. This is incredible that I get to be here every single day until May. So I definitely think that the cost of, you know, your job and doing that is all worth it, because in the end you create amazing experiences for yourself that you would not have if you didn't do the program. So I don't know, I think for me, lack of motivation isn't really there. There are some days that I don't really want to go to work, but then you're like, you know what, create these magical moments for other people, because you know sometimes people can only be there once in their life when you're here for 4 months. So CaseyXX40 on Instagram has asked me, are they updating the ball ride or missions or Spaceship Earth, and are they shutting it down? Personally, I do not know, and I don't really have like the means to say, because like my information is not valid whatsoever. So if they are closing it down for some reason, it's probably for some refurb, but that's the best information I can give you about the whole subject. Caitlin asks, if you could have any other role different from the one that you have now, what would it be? And definitely in entertainment. That is my dream role with Disney. I really want to be in entertainment as a face character, parade performer, character performer, anything like that. I just think it'd be so interesting and so awesome that you get to make magical moments for guests all across the park every single day. So that would definitely be the role that I picked instead of merchandise. So Jessica asked, which friend do you miss the most from home? And that's a tough decision. Probably Jessica. Miss you, girl. I love you. Catherine B. Russo, hey girl. She asked, what is your favorite ride? And definitely Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, but Splash is becoming my new favorite ride. Ryan Dills asks, hi Ryan, what are the best dining options in Walt Disney World? And I have not eaten at a ton of places. I've eaten at a little bit of places. I think that Ohana for breakfast is amazing. Oh my god, it's so worth it. It's family style and the food is delicious, so I definitely recommend Ohana. I can tell you some places that I want to eat. I want to eat at Garden Grill. I want to eat at why is it blanking on me right now? I want to eat at many locations. Oh, Hoop-Dee-Doo. I am eating there with my parents soon, so by the time you see this video, they'll be here. I'll be at Hoop-Dee-Doo. I'll tell you all about it. I'll make a whole vlog about it, but I'm excited and I really want to eat there. Holly Quick asks, how do you like working in Disney Springs? Does it feel like you're working in Disney? I love working in Disney Springs just because it's the easiest to get to. Oh my goodness, excuse me. It's literally the easiest to get to. It's the closest from CP Housing, so that's what I really love about it. And it does still feel like Disney. It's different because it's not a park, and you're not going to really be dealing with angry guests, which I really love. They're very understanding, and most guests are either just arriving on that day, so they're starting their vacation with you, or they're leaving, or they're just visiting for like the night or something. So that's what I really like about working in Springs, is like you have a variety of different people and there's really no angry guests, and it's actually really fun to work in Springs. It's very different than a park. Granted, I haven't worked and picked up in a park yet, but it's very different. So many people have asked, how do you deal with homesickness? And I deal with homesickness in the way that I dealt with it in college, is I just look forward to seeing my parents next. So when I first came down here, I wasn't going to see my parents for 2 months. They're coming this Thursday, which is really exciting. So by the time you see this video uploaded, they'll be here or they'll be leaving. So I just look forward to moments with them. I just call them almost every single day. I text them. I ask them how they're doing. I ask them how's winter, the cold in Michigan. I ask them just all sorts of questions. I just try and make time out of my day to talk to them. And yeah, I do get homesick a lot. There are some moments where I'm like, wow, I really just miss my parents. I want to cry. I want to call them. And then there's some moments when you're in Disney and you're and you're just like, wow, this is amazing. I love being in Disney World, and you know, watching Happily Ever After at night makes up for all the horrible things that have happened on the program, and they make everything good again. So everyone deals with homesickness differently. I think because I was home for a while and I went to school away from home, that it's helped me. Julia Pierce asks, do you like your job more than you thought you would? And the answer to that is yes, but no, because I feel like with merchandise, I didn't really come in with, you know, high expectations of like what the job is gonna be, because, you know, it's just retail. So I feel like most retail is very similar. Granted, I've never done retail before, so that's where I was like, it's more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, and it is easy, yet with my store, we do Next Level Courtesy, and that for me is a little bit more difficult because you want to make those connections with the guests, and I'm very much an introvert, so I very much like staying to myself. So with that, it's helped me become more of an extrovert with talking to guests and people. Lauren J. Elliott asks, what are your must-dos in the parks and what is overrated? So I'm going to go park by park, and then I'll do what's the best and what's overrated. So starting with the best, Magic Kingdom, my favorite things to do that I always have to do must is MRF, Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair, and Festival of Fantasy, and if I stay there late enough for Happily Ever After, then Happily Ever After as well. They're literally the best shows and parades I've ever, in fireworks, and they're my favorite, and they will probably stay my favorite forever. And then for overrated of Magic Kingdom, honestly, I think that Country Bear is very overrated. I don't get the hype over it. I did it, and you know, some people love it, some people hate it, some people just are like, what? And I'm like, okay. Moving on to Epcot, what I always have to do is I always have to walk around the World Showcase. I don't know why, I just really love walking around the World Showcase. And what I think is overrated, I don't know. I think Epcot's a very good park. I love everything in it. There's nothing that I'm like, I don't get it, why people like it, but yeah. For Animal Kingdom, I always love doing Dinosaur and Everest. Every single time I go, I always have to do those two. Sometimes if I have time for the Festival of the Lion King, I'll do that as well. And I might get hate for saying this, but I think Pandora is very overrated. I love Flights of Passage, don't get me wrong, it's a great ride, but it's not my favorite ride, and I just don't think Avatar is Disney, so I just don't get it. And then Hollywood Studios, I love Tower and Coaster, and I love the Frozen sing-along, it's great. And what do I think is overrated in Hollywood Studios? I don't know. Again, I love studios. So my roommate Melinda has asked me, why am I so wonderful? I wish I had hair to flip. Because I am. No, I'm just kidding. I just try and be nice to every single person that I can. Because kindness goes so much further in life. And yeah, I want to make every single day count. I want to be a good friend. And yeah, that's why I try to be the best that I can be. Allison Sprague, my fellow Alpha Zeta Delta sister, has asked me, how is the program and what are the qualifications that you need? And so the program that I'm doing right now is going amazing. I love it. I will brag about it forever. It's literally amazing. For qualifications, I think you just need to be like 18 and, you know, have a good, positive working attitude, because you are coming to Walt Disney World to work. You do get off days and you do get time in the parks, but your main objective here is to work. And just if you can express that in your initial application and your web-based interview and front interview, then you're golden. Kayla Scott has asked me, what camera do I use to vlog? Right now I'm using my phone. I've been using my phone lately. I have the iPhone 8 Plus, but my vlogging camera, the Sony Alpha A6000, it looks like this. It's pretty big, it's pretty heavy. My tripod's broken, so I don't really use it as much right now, so I need to get a new tripod, but I really love it. The camera quality is amazing. I would recommend, if you want to vlog and you want to get a nice camera, to either get the Sony one or get the Canon G7X Mark I or Mark II. Either of those are amazing. Or you know what, if you just want to use your phone, that's good too. Amelia has asked me what is the best way to prepare for a phone interview and for an audition. They're both very different from each other. For the phone interview, I would say do your research on your roles. Know which role know that they're going to ask you a question in every single role. Know why you wanted to put down that role for whatever interest you did. Know that they will ask you, even the low interest ones, they will ask you questions about that, and you could get picked for low interest roles. Also, watch a couple phone interviews just so that you know like some questions that they might ask you. Don't over prepare for it. Don't memorize the questions. Just watch a couple to get an idea of what they might ask. And for the audition, just, you know, stretch, practice dancing. Even if you're not a dancer, you know, maybe like look up some Zumba videos online, maybe look up some dance videos online and just follow along to see like if you can get the rhythm. Be strong in your movements, practice your animations. That's what really they look for. Animations, smiling, facial expressions, having fun. Caitlin Martin asks that she applied to the Disney College Program, but she didn't get a WBI yet. Should she be patient, or should she just apply for the next season? Wait to apply for the next season. So for me, or my answer to you is be patient, because you never know. I know some people on the Facebook groups got pulled at the very last minute out of Applied to get their WBI. So be patient. You never know what's going to happen. And then even if you don't get it this season, just know that this is a learning experience, and you can take that semester, that summer, whatever it is, to put more on your resume, do more volunteer work, do more work experience. Anything that can help you put it on the resume to help you get in, do it. And then you can come in for the next following season, whether it be spring or fall or what it is, and you can apply even stronger that time. But yeah, honestly, the DCP is just a waiting game. I was just very lucky with when I got pulled and when I applied and everything, and it's just what Disney sees. Catherine B. Russo. Hey, Catherine. Nice to see you. She asked me, what is your absolute favorite ride? And I did answer this earlier with my mom, but it's definitely Rock and Roller Coaster, Tower of Terror, and Splash. Splash Mountain has become one of my favorites as well. Alexandria Malone, I think that's how you say it, she asked me if my role is actually hard, and that she loves my videos and I'm her favorite DCPer 2019. Thank you so much. That literally means the absolute world to me. Thank you so much. I think merchandise in general isn't really that difficult. It's very easy once you get the hang of it, but again, it probably depends on like your location, like being at the Beauty and the Beast store right by Gaston's Tavern. That's probably a lot easier because it's not as busy as like say the Emporium, you know, so it's definitely different with each location. And like I do, at least in Springs, we do Next Level Courtesy, and like some other parks don't. They'll just do like courtesy on the sales floor, so it just depends on where you work. The Dancing Snail has asked me what skills have I gained from doing the program, and I have definitely learned communication skills and people skills and talking to people. That's the thing that I love about Next Level Courtesy, is it's really taught me and forced me to become an extrovert in my store. I'm still very introverted, I'm still very shy, so if you guys see me and come up to me, literally just come say hi, because, and I'm sorry if I'm awkward, but it's definitely helped me to introduce myself to more people, discover more about them, ask them where they're from, what are they doing on their vacation. I've definitely learned better communication skills than before. Annabelle Grogan asks, is doing YouTube and balancing the Disney college program hard? And the answer to that is yes and no. Again, everyone has different experiences. My hours are usually pretty late in the night. Usually starts at the earliest like 3:30, 1 o'clock sometimes, and at the end, at the latest, I'll go to like 12 or midnight. So that's the difficult part because sometimes I don't want to come home and edit. Sometimes I just want to go to bed. Sometimes I don't even want to edit during the day. Like, I will just, you know, hang out on my laptop and I won't do anything else. And then some days I, you know, might not want to go to the parks, or I just don't want to film, or I don't film as much, and I feel like I have worse videos because I'm not filming and I'm not doing exciting things. So that's the hard aspect of it, but it's definitely worth it. I love doing it. I love YouTube so much. I've wanted to do YouTube videos for a while. I just never knew what people would think of me when I did it. So now that I feel like when I'm in Florida, I'm free and I'm just like, whatever, do it. Sabrina asked what year of college is best for the Disney college program, and again, this is up to personal opinion. I just know that for me, junior year seemed most logical for me, spring, especially because I was very busy with sorority and school and life that I didn't have time to do it before, and it wasn't really on my radar until spring 2018. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for spring 2019, and I went after it and I did it. So again, my roommate Lauren, she's a freshman in college and she's doing it. Christy, I think she's a junior or sophomore. It's really up to your own discretion and when you can fit it into your schedule. Sabrina also asked, what is your favorite memory so far? And she watches my videos every day. So hi Sabrina, thank you so much for watching my videos. I appreciate it so much. My favorite memory so far, I don't know. There's literally so many memories. I've had such great memories at work, such great memories with my roommates. That's very, very hard to pick. I'll name a couple if I can remember. Christy and her boy endeavors. Me meeting Chase Russell, that was so cool. He's so nice and he's my favorite vlogger from last year. And yeah, what else? Meeting Cindy and Kat at Gasparilla was really fun. Just park hopping and going to the parks with my roommates and my friends is really fun. Natalie T asks, have you ever had any or heard of any problems with theft in the housing complexes? And yes, it has happened. It hasn't happened in Chatham, or if it is, I'm not aware of it. I've been really lucky where I just send everything to the service center and they'll email me to know that I have a parcel or a package or anything. But I know Vista is not the best with packages. They get stolen a lot. I've heard Patterson had some stolen packages. I haven't heard anything about the Commons or anything about Chatham. And like, I had a pair of Birkenstocks that got mailed to my front door that I had no clue I got mailed to me, and no one stole them. So it's really also about who you're living around and if there are nice, truthful people around. But I haven't had any problems with it personally. Philhar Maddie asks, how do you balance work life with vlogging? And for me, it's been actually really easy because I will go to the parks and have fun in the morning, and that's my vlogging work aspect of that. And I'm also having fun with my friends, so I'm getting the full experience there. And then I'll go to work later in the night, and I usually come home about 2 to like 3 hours before my shift, and that's when I get some of my vlogging work done. So I'll do editing and uploading and everything like that, and then I'll go to work for the night for usually about 6.5, 7 hours, whatever, and then I will come home late at night, and then I will just finish uploading, finish editing, all that stuff, go on YouTube, have some downtime, and then go to bed and start it over the next day.